Welcome back to Hypermine. As always, this is Kondrik, and we're finally back. It has been a couple weeks, and there are some very good reasons for that. But anyway, how about we just get started with the episode? And I think I need to clear my inventory just a little bit more. I also need to see if... Let's see. Let's see. This is all andesite. I want to keep the andesite. I don't need the iron. I can dump this over here. This is going to be a little more of a talky episode. I haven't had a lot of time to prepare anything, mainly because I have been very busy rebuilding my computer, and it took longer than I wanted it to, unfortunately. But it seems that I have everything up and running and working fine now. Let me see. That'll work. So I'm going to work on a little bit of a project that I've did a good portion of it off camera, or whatever. I've done some work on it off camera. Hopefully you've been keeping up with Soap's stuff, because he's been making a lot of progress. I actually did a large portion of this off camera as well. Most of the road, if you remember from last episode, if you remember from last episode, the road was only 3 wide for each lane. So I went ahead and I added the 4th line. Soap added a little bit, but I ended up doing a large portion of it, as well as the sidewalks. Soap has been working on putting the lights in and the posts, and starting to expand the rail line. But other than that, my pet project right now is probably going to be this portion of the road over here that I haven't gotten to yet. As you can see, I've extended it pretty far, but there's a whole lot more that needs to be done, and that is digging through this hill here. You can see I started putting some slabs. I think I'm actually going to take these out because this is not what I want. I had a better idea earlier. But when I think about this build, something keeps reminding me of the tunnel from, I think it's Back to the Future 2? Yeah, I think it's Back to the Future 2. The tunnel that goes through the hill with the hoverboard and stuff. And if you don't get the reference, don't worry about it. But I want to do something kind of like that, just a tunnel that is a tube through a mountain. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I might actually drop this, now that I'm looking at it, I might drop this layer of road down a little bit and then bring it up on the other side. But before I can do any of this stuff, I have to dig this out. So while I'm doing that, because I haven't had much time to actually prepare anything for this episode, and next episode may be a little talky as well, just as a little bit of warning, because I need to try to get a little bit ahead on recordings. So I'm going to try to do some batch recording in the near future. Probably not today, but soon. I'm going to try to get a little bit of a backlog going. And I finally, which one of the things to talk about, I finally may have a computer that's good enough for some of the games I've been wanting to record for a long time now. We'll see. And on that note, the topic of the computer. So I built my computer about 5 years ago, and I've done a couple minor upgrades since then, but they were minor upgrades, so they weren't, it wasn't a super awesome computer or anything like that. But I have just finished rebuilding my computer again with some more parts that I actually got from another community member, another person in the YouTube community. He's not a hyperminer, but Bambiable, who happens to be a streamer. I would post a link to his channel, but his content is not what I want to be advertising to my viewers, unfortunately, because I do plan to keep my channel as clean as possible, and he does the exact opposite. But he sold me his old computer for less than the cost of the parts that I was going to buy to upgrade my computer. And so some of the parts from his old computer and some of the parts from my old computer have now been combined into the computer I am currently playing on. And that includes a new graphics card, some additional memory, and a new processor. So, yeah. But I guess it's technically it could be considered a new computer because a large portion of the parts are new-ish, new for me. And so far, it seems to be doing much better. Just recording alone, my frame rate is not dropping below 80 so far. Now, if I get over to spawn, it may drop a little bit more, but in Minecraft, that's a big deal. So I am happy. And the new processor is much better than the old one. So hopefully that means that combined with the new graphics card, I should hopefully be able to start recording some of the other games I've been really, really wanting to record. There are actually, I don't know, quite a few games that I've been wanting to record and just haven't had the power to do. But now I should. So thanks, Bam, if you're watching. Sorry I can't link to your channel, but, you know, kid-friendly is my standard. He's not hard to find, though, so check Twitter, check Twitch, check Beam. If you really want to watch Bam, he's not hard to find. Oh, Skelly, go away. But I am in a much better mood now than I have been in a while, mainly because it is good to finally have a computer that can handle everything I want to handle. And now, one of the things that took... Hopefully I'm not moving around too much. I keep forgetting to keep my face near my mic. One of the things that took so long and kept me from recording for a couple weeks is that with the new graphics card, I can finally run all 3 monitors from a single card rather than having one card for my primary monitor and a second card for my other 2 monitors. But unfortunately, I had to buy an adapter to hook up the 3rd monitor, and it is a DisplayPort adapter, and it has to be active DisplayPort, and it took multiple tries to finally find one on Amazon that was actually active DisplayPort. Most of the DisplayPort adapters on Amazon are passive, which means they don't send the signal as strong or something. I don't know. But whatever the case was, my Windows would not recognize my 3rd monitor until I got an adapter that was actually the correct type, which was very frustrating. But that is done now, and I am very happy about that. So, yeah. Let's see. What else? Oh, yes, there are all kinds of cool things that are happening, too, in the tech world. Apparently, Google Fi is a thing now. The Nexus... Google had their keynote. They announced the Nexus 6 something. I forget exactly what it was. The 6C or 6X or... I forget. But it's a really cool looking phone. I would love to have one. They're just very expensive. But when I can finally afford one, I will probably be switching my cell phone provider to be Google Fi, which, if you don't know, is basically Google's answer to the big cell phone providers being terrible. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually... I need to do some more research before I can talk about that. So if you want to hear more about Google Fi, let me know in the comments if you want me to do some research or and try to talk about it some more. I'm definitely going to be signing up for it in the future and switching away. I am currently with Republic Wireless, which is a very similar concept to what Google Fi will be, except that Google Fi will be connecting to more than one cell network, which means much, much more chance of good signal all the time. Republic is only on the Sprint network, or Sprint towers. But the same concept, $20 a month, unlimited everything, and it's pretty sweet. So either way, the problem I have with Republic Wireless is that they are very limited on which phones you can use, which is very, very unfortunate. The phones they do have are awesome. I have a Moto X, and I'm very happy with it. It is unfortunately a first-gen Moto X because I bought it right before they announced the second gen. And apparently now there's a third gen, so I've really missed out. But it's a good phone. I'm just disappointed that I didn't wait long enough to get the second generation, because apparently second gen is much, much better. Let's see here. I think I may, because I am not as prepared as I would have liked to be, I think I am going to probably cut this episode a little short and get some more work on this done. And then next episode, I will either get to the actual building of the tunnel, and I will try to have more preparation as far as topics go, or I may move on to one of the other small projects that I've been working on. I will eventually get back to the house build. I'm just trying to come up with ideas at the moment, and I haven't quite figured out exactly what I want to do yet. But, yeah. So, quick summary of everything from this episode, I guess. I am back. My computer is much better than it was. I will be playing a few other games very, very soon once I can figure out how I want to do the scheduling and everything. I am really looking forward to a couple of these games, one of which I backed on Kickstarter a while ago, and it has just finished releasing, or it has just been released publicly, so I will be recording that very soon. No spoilers on what it is, though, so you'll just have to wait and see. And, yeah, so I'm going to continue digging this out, and see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.